Hello, strangers, friends, and family of the internet. I am here because my New Year's resolution was to do things that put me outside of my comfort zone. In the spirit of that, I have decided to create a series of videos talking about all the different things that I'm passionate about. First of which will be a video about rabbit ownership. Today I'm going to be taking the top 5 myths about rabbits that I get and debunking them for you. Myth number 1 that I come across a lot is that people assume that all rabbits like to be held and cuddled and enjoy human interaction. Especially around Easter time, a pretty common thing for people to do is get a cute little bunny for their son, their daughter, their niece, their nephew, a young child, and really that's not ideal. Rabbits are pretty delicate creatures, especially young rabbits that haven't had a lot of human interaction. Giving them to a small child can actually be dangerous for both the rabbit and the child. When rabbits get frightened, or if they're being picked up and they don't want to be, they can kick and bite and scratch, which can ultimately hurt not only the rabbit but the child as well. And what tends to happen is, because they're so temperamental and hard to interact with, the child ends up getting bored of the rabbit because it's not fun, to play with like a dog or a cat might be, and then the rabbit ends up getting sent to a shelter or just abandoned on the side of the road. Each rabbit is different. It really takes a lot of time for them to gain the trust of a human, but once they do, they can definitely become much more cuddly than they were when you first got them. It really depends on the rabbit. Some rabbits will really warm up to it and take to it quickly. Some rabbits with a lot of time and patience can become a little more cuddly, and then you'll have your rabbit that just doesn't want any part of it and doesn't like being picked up and held. But you never really know until you get the rabbit into your home, and so that's why they're not really the most ideal starter pet and really not ideal for small children. Next up, myth number 2 is that rabbits can and do eat only carrots. Carrots are very high in sugar, and so really they're just a treat for a rabbit. The ideal diet for a rabbit is actually majority fresh hay or grass, fresh veggies, and then you can supplement with some nutritional pellets, and then very rarely, or as a training tool, you can give them a little bit of some fruits and carrots, things that are high in sugar that would not be something that they would normally eat in the wild, just something that they may come upon every now and then. The third thing that I see people assuming about rabbits is that they don't need much space, that they're a really good cage pet like a hamster, when actually rabbits need a lot of space to run, to dig, to jump, to play. So they're not really meant to be kept cooped up in a cage for extended periods of time. Rabbits need the exercise to build up their muscle strength and bone density, so it prevents injuries and can keep them healthier longer. As an example, my rabbits live in our living room in an X-pen that's about 16 square feet of space when the door is closed, and they are only in the closed pen overnight or if I have to run out and do some errands or something like that. For the rest of the time, this entire room is rabbit-proofed, meaning anything dangerous they could get into or anything I don't want destroyed is up and away. And they have free roam of the entire space to run around, sniff, explore, dig, play, etc. Rabbits need minimum 3 to 4 hours outside of a smaller cage every single day to get exercise. I'm lucky enough to work from home, so like I said, they're able to be free range for the majority of the day. But if you're someone that works a 40-hour job or more, or you're a full-time student who also has a part-time job, and you just aren't home enough to give them the adequate exercise that they need, again, maybe a rabbit is not the best pet for you. The fourth myth is something I actually get quite a lot when people come over and they meet my rabbits for the first time. They always say to me, "Oh wow, I didn't know that rabbits had such personalities." People just kind of see them as like quote-unquote boring, when in actuality rabbits have amazing personalities. Just like cats, dogs, and people, they have a wide range. Every rabbit is different. They can be really playful and rambunctious like a puppy. They can be very independent and bold like a cat might be. And then, you have rabbits that are very sweet and loyal and really good companions, very similar to a dog. So again, it really depends on the rabbit and their personality and the time that you spend with them. The longer you spend with them and the more comfortable they become with you, they really start to show their personalities. So now to give you a little look into different rabbit personalities, I'm going to introduce my two buns. The first is the first rabbit I got. He is a Holland Lop. He is 4 years old, just a little bit over 4 years old. And he is my playful bunny. He's my cuddle bun. We actually got him from a breeder before I knew about rabbit rescues in my area. So he's been around humans ever since he was very young. He's very comfortable around humans, especially me since I'm home, like I said, all day. He is with me 24/7. And before we got my second bun, his cage actually used to be in our bedroom. So during the day he was with me in my office, and then at night he was with me in my room while I slept. So yeah, he's definitely my cuddle bun. I'll go get him right now. Yeah, here he is. My little guy. He's very tiny. I think he doesn't even weigh 4 pounds. Yeah, he's a sweet little guy. He's very affectionate. He's very playful. His favorite thing to do is sprint back and forth in this entire room, and it's actually pretty funny to see. It's hard to catch on camera though, so eventually I'll try my best to do it, but he's pretty damn fast and it's hard to catch. But yeah, he's my playful guy. He's my sweet boy. He's very, very affectionate. See, if you put your face next to his, he'll even give kisses. He's very, very affectionate and very sweet. So yeah, he's my sweet guy. He's the one that doesn't mind being held. He sometimes is in a really playful mood and he doesn't want to be held, and he'll tell me. He'll act out accordingly. But for the most part, he's pretty chill, pretty laid back. Yeah. This is my sweet guy. Put him down now. Next up, we have his sister. They're not actually related, but based on how their personality and relationship dynamic is, she's definitely more like his big sister. We just adopted her about 2 months ago, back in December, and she is a French Angora rabbit. She's much bigger than he is, as you'll see, and she is my cat rabbit. She's got a big personality, very sassy. She's very independent. She does not enjoy being held. She'll tolerate it. She's getting more and more comfortable the longer she's been with us, but for the most part, she is not the biggest fan of being picked up. So usually what I'll do is I'll just hang out on the floor and she can come up to me if she wants, or she can go off and do her own thing if she so desires. Let me go grab her. So here she is. This is my moo cow. She's a very big bunny. I think she weighs like 6 pounds or so. She's got some heft to her. She's very, very fluffy. She needs daily grooming to manage all of this floof. But I'm gonna put her down now because, like I said, she's not the biggest fan of being held. Thank you. Good girl. But yeah, she's my sassy bun. She's my cat bun is what I call her. She is very, very the type of personality that likes everyone to know that she's in charge. One of her favorite things to do is to actually go around to certain areas in this space, and rabbits have scent glands under their chin that they use to like mark their territory, similar to how like a dog would by peeing on stuff. And so she likes to go around every morning to all her favorite spots and reach in everything, just rub her chin on stuff, so everyone knows that this is her space and we just are allowed to be in it. As you can see, I have two very different rabbits, two very distinct personalities, but they work well together. They have a nice brother-sister dynamic where Chewy Bear is kind of the more hyperactive younger brother, and then Moo will play with him sometimes and other times put him in his place when he's being annoying. But yeah, they're really sweet together, and I've definitely noticed a big change personality-wise in him, Mr. Chew down here, since we've got her. He really enjoys having another rabbit in the house, and it's very sweet to see them hang out together. The last myth I come across sometimes is that people think that rabbits are short-term pets, similar to like a hamster or a rat that only lives a couple years. Actually, a well taken care of house rabbit can live upwards of 10 to 12 years. There's even been cases of some rabbits living 17 to 18 years. They are a long-term, high-maintenance commitment, but they're a wonderful addition to any household if you have the time and the patience and the resources to accommodate them. But yeah, like I said, they're not a short-term pet. They are going to be with you for some time. And so if you're thinking about getting a rabbit, or if you thought that about rabbits, there you have it. They live a while. Those are the top 5 most common myths and or misconceptions about rabbits that I get most often as a rabbit owner. And while they are high-maintenance family members, like I said, if you have the time and the energy and the patience to bring them into your home. They are amazing companions to have. I absolutely love my buns. They definitely grow on you, and you get a special little place in your heart for your buns. I want to thank you so much for watching and allowing me to fulfill my New Year's resolution, and I'm going to continue doing these videos. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will do my best to answer them. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!